So we're going with a somewhat Regency era, somewhat kind of Southern Gothic feel, lots of natural colors. It's very dark material that we're working with, so I'm trying to keep the palette rather light and natural to contrast this. This is as dark as we get, and this is just a little vest. Most of the action takes place in Victor Frankenstein's memory. 10 years might pass between flashbacks in the span of 30 seconds, but since it's a flashback and it's his memory, we can really get away with, you know what, they're just wearing the same thing. You know, like he always has this image of his mother always had this shawl wrapped around her shoulders, and so whenever he tells the story, that's the picture of what she's wearing, regardless of how old she is or how old he is. Curly Lamb's coat from the 40s had this huge collar, really wide shoulder pads. It's a woman's coat, but it totally fits Caleb because they're so wide through the shoulders. So I took the collar apart, I took the lining out, I took the collar apart, turned that into the hood, pieced pieces of the lining together to fill in the gaps, kind of recut the hem of the fur so that I could add in other pieces a little more naturalistically. But yeah, you can see that it was, you know, here's the pockets. When he's in the present and telling his story, he's in the Arctic Circle and he's searching his monster, searching for his monster. And everyone, it's all very dark colors. It's a lot of black and dark gray. Once this got turned inside out, I was like, oh great, what it looks like is that he's been meticulously piecing this thing together, much like the monster himself. You know, he's got seams across his body parts, and he was gathered from this cadaver and that cadaver, and his heart is from here and his lips are from there. And the story goes, he's got all these dogs that he's brought with him on his journey. And he started with 6, I think, but when we see him, he only has 2 left because he's had to eat them to survive. So I thought, well, if he ate his dog, he's so resourceful, he would certainly use the pelt to make his coat. So the idea was to have a coat that looks like it's made out of his dead dogs that he ate for dinner. The cloak that I found for the monster to wear, the creature to wear, because certainly he would have just, I think, stolen something off of somebody, like killed someone and taken their coat because he was cold, is it's actually rather like formal and elegant looking, and it's floor length, and it's like a cape. It has these beautiful buttons and this nice tailored collar, and I'm really excited to see those two next to each other, that Victor himself has become so much of a monster that they're almost indistinguishable, like they're both just as unnatural looking as the other.